All right, what's going on, guys? So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be kind of talking about my top 5 fragrances, my top 5 most complimented fragrances of July 2024. So the reason why this month in particular, kind of played a bit of importance to me and for the channel going forward is because, I really used the month of July first off to get back into posting content, getting back into posting videos, posting vlogs more consistently, also in rebuilding the fragrance collection. So I looked at what I had in my collection at that current time, what did I run out of, and then what did I want to add to my collection, what did I want to build my collection up with, going forward. And then we're gonna basically, it was like going back from scratch. It was like starting all over again. And really truly, that's the fun in all of this, right? Is getting to be like a kid in the candy store when you go to the mall, when you go out to stores, when you're researching, you're looking up different fragrances, you're looking up different notes, you're looking up what you like currently, what has been most complimented for you, on you, and what has been most talked about in the fragrance community at the time, which is where you do your research. And then you start putting your carts together, you put your list together, and from there you start adding fragrances, you start building it back up. And then after you add the fragrances, the most important thing is to wear them out and to test them. And so these 5 fragrances I'm going to talk about today, there's a bit of a common theme with them. You start to hear it as I describe the 5 of them. I've done first impressions, I've done reviews on all of these. So again, check these in previous videos if you want a little bit more in-depth detail as far as should you get it, should you pull the trigger on it. First off, these all have my stamp of approval. So they're on here for a reason. They're definitely going to garner you compliments. You already have that factor. But then in terms of your fragrance personality, your fragrance style, does it fit you? You want to do that deep dive on that as well. But we got 5 here for you. The first one I'm going to start off with, I've done my first impressions on this one. It's also been in a couple of my more recent vlogs, but this one here, still loving it, still rocking with it, still garnering me compliments. This one here is called Afnan Supremacy in Heaven. So Supremacy in Heaven garners some similarities to Creed's Silver Mountain Water. And I can understand that because of the black currant and the green tea. It does have that fresh CEO watery feel. And Supremacy in Heaven is going to come at us with bergamot. It's going to come at us with mandarin orange, that green tea and black currant in the mid, and then it's going to have that musky, woodsy base. So a nice, fresh and clean fragrance, but it's not overly citrusy. It's more on that crisp, water, fresh laundry detergent type of ordeal, but not like fresh laundry detergent, almost like a guy who is got his life together, takes hygiene seriously. It's like a fresh shower. And to me, you can't overspray this one. And for the price, it was about $30, $35. You can't beat that either for a Silver Mountain Water cologne. I like this one a whole lot. This one has garnered me a lot of compliments, and for the price, you really can't beat that, all right? Second one we got going on the list was this is my second bottle. I had to get a new one of it because this was one of the ones that did well for me when I had my first bottle of it. And I was just like, maybe I'll get it later, but nah, I had to pull the trigger on it. This one is from the brand of Mont Blanc, and this one here is called Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. So Legend Spirit is gonna be your fresh and clean fragrance that is more so fresh at the shower, kind of laundry detergent, not laundry detergent, I'm sorry, like shower gel. It's kind of sort of shower gel fresh. So Legend Spirit was one I had when I first started collecting back in 2020, and when I first started getting into vlogging. I really liked because first off, it's a cheapie. You can get it. It was good for school. It was good for work. It was good for going into the office. And it was also a good warm weather fragrance. See, I live in Texas where we really don't get the chance to wear the cold weather, the fall and winter fragrances so much. So that was a part of the focus, in this sort of haul, these recent hauls I've done was I wanted fragrances that were appropriate for the weather that I was going to be living in. And I understood that mindset, in these hauls. Obviously you want to get things that you like, but you also want to get fragrances that are appropriate for the settings you're in. So Legend Spirit is going to come out with some grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper in the opening. Then it's going to have some water and lavender and cardamom. So a little bit spicy, but also a little bit watery fresh in the mid. And then you're going to have that musk and woods in the base. Okay. So again, citrusy opening, spicy lavender fresh in the mid, and then musky, woodsy in the base. So you're really going to touch the whole spectrum with this one. Nice, really well versatile fragrance. You can wear this anytime, anywhere, in my opinion, but this is really good for an office, a school, a gym fragrance as well. And again, another cheapie. This is not going to break the bank for you. You can get it on a discounter. You'll have a nice signature scent. I would say that this particular one, I would lean it more towards the younger crowd, more towards the teenagers, because I think that there are other fragrances that, guys who are a little bit older in their 20s can kind of get their hands on that can still get you in that same price range, but can get you a little bit more advanced as far as the spectrum is concerned. All right, now sticking with that is we're gonna go with this next one. Now, this is another Bugatti fragrance that I got. So I have Glacial Essence, and Glacial Essence is one I like a lot. I'm probably gonna get a second bottle of that because I'm running low on that one. But I got this one that I'm about to talk about for my fragrance plug recently. And they were like, hey, look, this is your style. It's got a good sillage to it, and it's had a nice performance. And it's kind of a sleeper. It's a hidden gem from the standpoint. I haven't seen it really floating around the community too much. So I smelt it, I loved it, pulled the trigger on it. And then I went and reviewed it out in public, and I got a couple reactions to it. It is done well. It's done really good for me. So this one here is Bulgari. This one is called Rain Essence. And the reason why I've actually been wearing this fragrance a little bit more recently is because it has been raining. So it's a nice rainy day fragrance. There's no pun intended, but nice green tea and orange. And then it's gonna have some white lotus, some musk in the mid. It's gonna have some woods and amber in the base. So it's got that floral freshness going on with a little bit of musk and wood. So not so citrusy fresh, but nice florals, nice lavender, nice green tea. And then it's gonna have that masculinity from the musk and the woods too. So I really like this fragrance for a guy who is a kind of more maturing. He's kind of getting older and he wants to have more of a masculine appeal to his fragrances. So there, I would go with this one here, Rain Essence. All right, coming down, we got two left. Now this is another more recent addition that I got to the collection. So most of us know about Rasasi Hawass, the original, right? And that's one of the ones that is really popular on social media, popular on TikTok, popular on Instagram, and even amongst the fragrance community has done really well. Well, they released this next one I'm about to talk about last year, and I hadn't seen it really floating around. So I was out and I seen a box of it actually, and I wanted to try it, and I blind bought it. And it is not disappointed. So this one here is called Rasasi Hawass Ice, okay? Now Rasasi Hawass Ice is gonna have, the main difference is gonna still have that same Rasasi Hawass DNA with a little bit of star anise. It's gonna have some cardamom, and it's gonna have some amber. So a little bit different fruity note. It's gonna have a little bit more spiciness from the cardamom and then the amber as well, okay? But other than that, you're still gonna have your amber, that bergamot, that citrusy opening. You're still gonna have that plum note that gives it that little shower gel kind of citrusy. And then you're gonna have that musk in the base as well. So you're still gonna have that masculine appeal. Musk is one of those fragrance notes that is popular amongst fresh fragrances, and it really helps those fragrances have a masculine appeal, okay? So really when guys wanna smell fresh and clean, they wanna smell put together. And when you think about a guy who is really mature and not from an older standpoint, but from a put together standpoint, usually is gonna have a level of musk or some type of woods in the fragrance, okay? So again, Rasasi Hawass Ice, I put a trigger on it. It smells like Hawass, but a little bit more smooth in my opinion, a little bit more toned down, a little bit calmer, a little bit more on that like white shirt, that linen smell rather than that shower jelly, really tart smell, if that makes sense. All right, last fragrance for today. This one, I love the bottle design of this one, but this one here has gotten a lot of engagement. Got a lot of compliments since I bought it. I did the first impressions on it as well. It was one of the first ones I got when I started collecting again. And it was one that I almost didn't get actually. I was looking at it, I was like, Phantom, another Paco Rabanne fragrance. But, at the end of the day, the guy I was talking to was like, nah, this one is doing really well, and it's a new release. So again, if you can get your hands on it early, you'll be ahead of the game. And so I pulled the trigger on it, blind bought it. And a lot of people have been telling me, hey, that smells so good. And I went and got it for themselves, which is great for me, and it's getting them compliments. So again, you could be one of those people as well. But last but not least on today's list, this one here is called Paco Rabanne Phantom Intense. Okay, so Phantom Intense is gonna come at us with that cardamom, orange blossom, and lemon in the top notes. It's gonna have lavender, sage, and rum. So a little bit of that lavender, but then a little bit of a boozy mid, and then it's gonna have vanilla, cedar, and moss in the base. So really diverse fragrance, really nice, kind of versatile. You can have it fresh and you can wear it during the daytime. You have a spicy, citrusy fragrance from the lemon and the lavender, but then you can also wear it at nighttime from the cardamom, the vanilla, and then the rum note as well. So for me, this is an all-season, all-occasion type of fragrance, but I always see it being one in the summertime. I always see it being one in the spring. Then you can also use it as a daily driver when you get to fall as well. Really nice fragrance in my opinion. Great lasting power, great CRs, great projection. So all in all, really good fragrance and a really good blind buy in my opinion. Again, there are other Paco Rabanne fragrances, Paco Rabanne DNAs out there, but at the end of the day, for the new release, this one has done really well for me. But again, guys, that'll do it for today. So again, just to recap, right here we have Afnan, Supremacy in Heaven, nice Creed Aventus, not Creed Aventus, Creed Silver Mountain Water Cologne. Gotta be careful with it. This one right here, Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, nice, fresh out the shower, cheapy. Bulgari Rain Essence, nice, crisp, clean, masculine, fresh fragrance. Versace Havas Ice, if you want an alternative to the original Havas, but you want a little bit more toned down, a little bit smoother, you go with Havas Ice. Lastly, you want a versatile day, night, all season, all occasion, fresh but also aromatic fragrance. Go with this one here. That one is called Paco Rabanne Bantam Intense. All right, guys, we appreciate all of you guys who continue to tap in, continue to support the channel as we continue to build the collection up. We continue to try to bring you guys content more consistently. Every day we're trying to drop something new for y'all, trying to bring you guys new collections, trying to bring you guys new fragrances, new lists. So keep on liking the video, keep on sharing it, keep on sending this to the Fragrance Head. Subscribe, make sure you subscribe down below, and we'll keep on bringing you guys more content coming forward. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love.